Islam's f***ing huge.
Yeah.
When I interview him in the cage, I'm always like, how are you 155?
I eat it, and I train it.
He's thick as... He's got a giant back. He gets a hold of guys. This grappling squeeze. Remember when he fought Drew Dober? When he got Dober down to the ground, I was like, that's a wrap. As soon as he gets on top, and then he starts clamping down and squeezing, and Oliveira was tapping the moment it was on.
Yeah.
I try to throw him off of me. But he's still there. So I give him a little harder shove, and he's still there. Next thing you know, I'm grappling at 100% because the dude's that strong.
Islam moves on to 170. Do you think you can get that second title?
Yeah, he's good. He's a type guy, and his skill set is the highest level to do with anybody. It's not like he's hugely undersized at 170. There's got some guys who are bigger than him for sure, but he's strong.
Islam Makhachev has gained significant weight ahead of his potential fight with Della Maddalena, and his size has surprised many in the MMA world, including Joe Rogan. Rogan remarked that Islam looks massive and is a big guy overall. Every time he interviews him in the cage, he finds it hard to believe that Islam can make the 155-pound weight limit. According to Rogan, Islam appears very thick, has a huge back, and when he grabs his opponents, he uses strong leverage and possesses an incredibly powerful grappling.
Interview him in the cage afterwards. I'm always like, how?
Really?
How are you 155?
Yeah.
How?
I know.
How?
I know.
He's thick as... He's got a giant back.
Yeah.
And when he gets a hold of guys, it's like he's just got this leverage, this grappling squeeze that it's... I remember when he fought Drew Dober.
Joe Rogan believes that Islam Makhachev's striking has improved dramatically and is now far better than it was in his earlier years. According to Rogan, Islam has become a threat in every area of the fight. He recalled the moment when Islam knocked out Volkanovski with a high kick, calling it crazy. Rogan also said that if he had been in Volkanovski's corner, he wouldn't have allowed him to take that fight on just 10 days' notice. Even if Volkanovski was confident, loved to fight, or was getting paid well, Rogan called it a wild decision, especially when facing someone as dangerous as Islam.
That's a wrap.
Yeah.
A wrap.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. As soon as he gets on top, and then he starts clamping down and squeezing, and guys are just like, Oliveira was tapping, like the moment it was on. He was like, this.
Yeah, a lot of those really good grappler guys, they're strong, definitely, but they're really strong at closing up all of the space. Like, if you let me get an underhook, like, I can feel pretty strong. Like, even if you're much bigger than me, I'll, like, make you take a couple steps back, which really shouldn't happen. But if I just close up all of the space, which I think is a big component of being a really good grappler, is being able to be like, nope, that's my space, you don't get that, and you're not going to get inside of mine. I can feel strong as, and yeah, those types of guys, they're just...
Islam Makhachev is also training intensely for his upcoming fight and appears noticeably bigger. The pound-for-pound best fighter was recently seen sharpening his kicks in preparation for the bout against Della.
When he knocked out Volk with that high kick?
Yeah,
Granted,
crazy.
Crazy. But granted, if I was in Volk's corner, I would say, no, you're not taking it. You've been drinking beer and eating kebabs. Like, there's no way you're taking this fight on 10 days' notice. I don't care how confident you are. I don't care how much you like fighting. That's a crazy thing. I don't care how much money they're paying you. Because you look at the slide that his career took, right? He arguably won that first fight with Islam. Very close fight. Loses a decision. Or was it a draw?
It was a decision. Was it a draw? That's
Islam
actually...
Makhachev admitted that he's struggling to gain weight because he has spent his entire career cutting it. Now, putting on size feels challenging. Despite lifting more and following a specialized training program, his weight has largely stayed the same. He mentioned that they've added about 2 kilograms so far, but he doesn't want to bulk up just by eating more without proper training. Instead, he's focused on building muscle the right way through hard work and staying strong without compromising performance. Meanwhile, Dustin Poirier shared his thoughts on the potential fight between Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev. He believes the outcome will be decided in the first or second round, depending on whether Islam can secure the takedown. And if Islam gets the fight to the ground, Poirier thinks he wins. But if Jack can stuff the takedowns, his boxing and size could wear Islam down and create serious problems. Topuria also noted that Islam's striking can appear awkward, but that's because opponents are constantly worried about the takedown, making it difficult for them to commit to strong combinations.
Not easy, man. All my life I cut weight, but now when I want to be big, my weight stays same position, you know. I try to lift more. We do some program and like slowly we bring 2 kg right now, but I don't want to be big by food, you know, eating, not training. I want to be with like muscles, you know. I want to training.
However, Islam Makhachev believes that Della Maddalena will be a tough challenge. He watched Jack's fight against Belal Muhammad and was impressed with his skills. Islam recalls that when Jack first entered the UFC, he struggled with wrestling, but he has since improved significantly by training with high-level wrestlers and grapplers. That's why Islam refers to him as a champion and acknowledges that Jack is dangerous in all areas. Still, Islam is confident that they'll soon find out who the best fighter in the world truly is, and he believes the fight will be decided.
Della Maddalena. Della Maddalena.
I think we'll find out first, second round how much trouble he has getting him down. I think if he gets those takedowns, he's going to get the win. If Jack can stop those takedowns, which he does have good takedown defense, I think the boxing and the size could wear on Islam and give him some problems. But Islam, his striking, awkward and different. You have to worry so much about the takedown. You can't plant your feet and throw off those number combinations and really rip and sit on your punches because he's going to change levels. So it changes the way you fight. Well, for me, it did. I'm speaking from experience. So we'll see how Jack approaches and how Jack executes out there. But if you're worried about takedowns, your shots are different. You're not sitting on everything and standing in front of the guy. You're trying to move and be light on your feet. I think the first 2 rounds will tell us how
Cormier also weighed in on the matchup between Della Maddalena and Islam Makhachev. He believes Jack is a great test for Islam and was surprised by how impressive Jack looked against Belal Muhammad, proving he's far more skilled and well-rounded than many expected. Cormier explained that Islam will likely be stronger at welterweight, as he won't have to cut as much weight, allowing him to enter the fight fresher and more physically complete. He believes the bout will ultimately come down to Islam's wrestling versus Jack's takedown defense. If Jack can stop the takedowns and force Islam to strike, the fight could become very competitive. But if Islam secures early takedowns, history shows his opponents tend to struggle.
Fight for you. I know he said he wants to get one back. Said he wants to get one back for Alexander Volkanovski here.
Yeah, it's gonna be a hard fight. Honestly, it's gonna be. I saw his fight against Bilal. He is good, man. He is good. When he beginning fighting in UFC, he had problem with the wrestling, but now he is improved because I see he training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah,
very soon.
Yeah,
and it's going very good.
Meanwhile, Islam Makhachev responded to recent rumors about his possible retirement. He explained that while Javier Mendez and Ali Abdelaziz are entitled to their own opinions, he has his own perspective. Islam emphasized, as he recently posted on Twitter, that this is just the beginning for him. He described it as the start of a new book and firmly believes he's only getting started.
Maddalena's a great fight. Della Maddalena surprised me in this fight with Belal Muhammad. Like, he just showed that he's much better than people gave him credit for. So well-rounded, so skilled. Makhachev, though, bigger, will have an ability to not be cutting all the weight. He'll be more full. He'll be more, like, fresh. I'm interested. I think that it'll come down to the wrestling of Islam versus Jack's takedown defense and how stingy is he going to be able to be with Islam. Because when Islam can take guys down early, they really struggle. The only time a fight even looks competitive is when they can defend takedowns and he spends large amounts of time on his feet, which he does really well too.
Islam Makhachev further explained that while he wanted to keep his lightweight belt, it wouldn't be fair to the division if he held onto it without defending it for an extended period. He noted that if he fights in October or November and then again in February, Ramadan would follow shortly after, potentially leading to a situation where he holds the title for over a year without a defense. Islam emphasized that this wouldn't be respectful to the other contenders who are waiting for their opportunity.
I see training a lot with the wrestlers, with the grapplers, and that's why he's a champion right now, and he's good everywhere. But we will see who is the best fighter in the world.
Yeah,
very soon.
Yeah.
And it's going very.
Meanwhile, Charles Oliveira clarified that Islam Makhachev was never his personal target. He explained that he wasn't chasing Islam specifically and never focused on him as a goal. Instead, Charles said his main objective has always been to become champion and fight for the title. He also added that he hasn't considered moving up to a higher weight class and has no plans to do so.
Did they make you give up the lightweight? You give up the lightweight title?
The General Shahuna and everybody.
Yeah, like
of course, this is the dream, man. This is the dream for the all champions. Like, we know many champions, but not from them like double. That's why everybody want to be double champ. Everybody want to be UFC champ, but we don't have many people who have 2 belts. That's why I want to be one of them, you know.
On the other hand, Islam Makhachev hasn't ruled out the possibility of returning to lightweight. He said he's not certain yet, but it could happen. If something interesting comes up, he's open to considering it and seeing how things unfold.
Too much anymore, right? Like Ilya had to give up his belt, you gave up your belt.
Yeah. Because, you know, I want to hold my belt from the lightweight, but it's not possible because I fight in January. We wait. If I fight with Maddalena, when it's gonna be October, November, and fight again February. Ramadan is beginning. Holding more than 1 year's lightweight belt. It's not what I want to do, you know.
Yeah, not fair to the division.
Yeah. And it's not respect for all these guys.
Ilia Topuria reacted to Islam Makhachev not ruling out a potential return to lightweight. When asked whether he'd prefer to face Islam at 170 to win a third title or at 155, Topuria said it would be much better for him to fight at 170. He explained that his goal is to beat Islam at welterweight and secure his third belt, calling it the ideal scenario for him. So guys, subscribe to my channel for more fresh updates.